Hello, this is Group 1 of SMG3013, Geometry, Group D under Dr. Farayola. Its, men- its members consist of myself, Rex Binson, Lela Dora Efejus, Amira binti Adam, Nur Aisyah Aswani Muhammad Asri, and Nur Asmina binti Muhammad Ghani. Next, introduction. The object uh, of, of study is a hat, and the importance and contribution of the hat throughout history is that the hat is a symbol and function in social ranking, religion, traditional, military, and fashion throughout history. The object of study is the wrong, a traditional hat of the Lundai people as a cultural symbol of the heritage and identity of the Lundai people. Next, location and origin. The Lundai people are natives of the island of Borneo, and in this study, we will be focusing more of its population in the region of Sabah. The rong is traditionally an accessory for women of the Lundai people. It is made from cured bamboo strips through the process of plating. It is also accompanied with accentuated motifs, geometrical shapes, and unique patterns corresponding to the beliefs and customs of the Lundai people. Next, usage and function. The rong is a symbol of the heritage and identity of the Lundai people. Its main function covers the head of the wearer during the harvesting portion of the harvest season. It is also one piece that completes the woman's traditional outfit of the Lundai people and is often used in official ceremonies and special events. But nowadays, it is more towards decoration in houses. Next, size. The object we had it on hand was measured at a height of 14 centimeters with a radius of 19.25 centimeters and a diameter of 38.50 centimeters. Next, below are pictures of the wrong from three perspectives. The first is the front perspective, the second the top perspective, and the last is the underside perspective. Moving on, we'll continue with our second presenter.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum and good night. I'm Amira binti Adam, metric number D2020109550 from program AT11. Okay, next we move to the part B, which is the geometry, all the geometrical shape of the objects. Next. Okay, the total geometrical shape that I found at the Lundai's wrong is 6. Okay, the first one is the rectangle. As we can see, the right, this shape is represented as a rectangle because a rectangle, by the definition, is a parallelogram that has a right angle. Thus, each angle of the rectangle is 90 degrees. Then the sum of all angles of the rectangle are 360 degrees. In the rectangle, the opposite angle are congruent and the consecutive angle of the rectangle are supplementary. Then diagonal of a rectangle are congruent. Next, the shape is isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle is triangle that has two sides with equal length and the third side is the base. So as you can see in the right side, the shape of isosceles triangle because it has two sides with equal length. Then the total angle inside are 180 degrees. The two sides of the triangle are equal length. Therefore, the angle opposite this side are congruent. Also, if a line bisect with this isosceles triangle, we separate the triangle into two congruent triangles. Next. Okay, we also found the right triangle. This pattern, as we can see, it has 90 degrees angle, therefore called the right triangle. It has the longest side of the triangle opposite to the right angle known as hypotenuse, and the side of the right triangle known as a leg. The right triangle is also the same as similar triangle that has three different angle and side. Thus, the sum of all angle in the triangle is 180. So as if you can see the right side, you can zoom it and you found the right triangle with 90 degrees angle. Next, we move to isosceles trapezoid. I also found that the shape of trapezoid that have pair of bases with two congruent like we call an isosceles trapezoid. It also contain two pairs of consecutive interior angle. They are supplementary angle when the parallel line are cut by a transversal. Also, isosceles trapezoid have congruent base angle and congruent diagonal. The sum of all the angle is 360 degrees. Okay, next. Uh, I also found the circle. In geometry, by definition, a circle is the set of points in all in a plane that are at a fixed distance from given point, known as center of the circle. The circle has radius, which is r, and diameter, which is d. Radius is a line segment that join the center of the circle to a point on the circle, while diameter is a chord that contains the center of the circle. All the radii of a circle are congruent. The length of radius is half length of diameter. So we can see the circle in the right side on top the head. And then the last one, the shape is cone, which refer to the head. Okay, this shape is a three-dimensional with base is circle and side surface taper to a point is apex, and the head is perpendicular line segment between the base and the apex known as cone. So the base is a circle and the length of radius is a line segment that join the center of the circle to a point on a circle. Okay, that's all from me. Let's move to the another part.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Farasha Aswani Muhammad Asri. So today, I would like to present about part B of our assignment, which is the second part, the concept of the geometrical shape applied to the object and the relationship between the measurement of the object and the concept of geometry that have the class. So we proceed to the next slide. So first, when Amira explained, we have a fixed shape over there. First, we get a rectangle. So we can assume the calculation over here. When we know to get the area of a rectangle, we will need to multiply length with width. So we will get 70.5 centimeter times 1.6 centimeter. We will get 28 centimeter. For the angle, as we know, the total up of the rectangle is 300 degree. So when we divide by 4, each of angle we will get 90 degree. So relationship between the measurement in that I have learned class. As we know, rectangle is a quadrilateral which angle are equal and the opposite side are equal and parallel. So proceed to the next. Second, we get isosceles triangle. For isosceles triangle, we need the formula that we need to find the area is base multiplied with pi over 2. So we will get that over there 1 over 2 centimeter. With the angle, we will get 1 is 90 degrees. For the angle 2, we will get 45, and also angle 3 also 45. So here this explanation for isosceles triangle. Those triangles that have at least two sides of equal measure, we know that triangle are three side enclosed polygons and they are classified as equilateral, isosceles, and remain based on the length of their side. In this article, we'll learn the definition of isosceles of the property. So the next slide, we proceed to the third is right triangle. As we see, the right triangle, we have a 90 degree over there. So to find the area, we use the formula A times B over 2. So we can assume that 1.5 times 1.6 over 2, we will get close to 1.2 centimeter square. For the angle, as we know that 2 are equal to 90 degrees, so the others will have the same in the divide. So for first angle, we get 54 degree, and second angle, we will get 36 degree. For the relation in class, triangle introduce that the right triangle, as we know that we will have 90 degree of angle. So the relationship, the various sides are easily to understood to help of Pythagoras rule. The side opposite to the right angle is the largest side and referred to as the hypotenuse. Further, based on the other value, the right triangle are classified as an isosceles right triangle and in right triangle. Okay, we proceed to the fourth. Next, we will get the isosceles trapezoid. So to find the area, we need to plus with A and B, then we over 2 times with height. So we can assume that the total of B is 3 and, and the total of A is 3 and B is 4.8 over 2. We need to divide by 2. When then we assume the height of isosceles trapezoid is 3.4 centimeter. We will get 30 point of 26 centimeters squared. So for the angle, we will get for first 130, second is 97, third also 97, meanwhile 4 is 130. So the total must have 360 degrees. So when we can relate in class is isosceles trapezoid is a trapezoid with congruent base angle and congruent non-parallel side. Trapezoid is quadrilateral with only end of each side parallel. And isosceles trapezoid has many interesting properties that make it a unique and help us a different from the other quadrilateral. Okay, we go to the next slide, which is it is a circle. As we know, when we need to find the area, we need to have measure width and width radius square. So we nearest get 1.2 centimeter square. For the radius, we need to divide diameter with over 2, then equal to radius. We will get the 0.7 centimeter. So the circle that we have from Lundais, we can relate in our class is a circle, a curve of plane figure. Every point on the circle is the equidistant from a fixed point at the center of the circle. It's a 2D shape and measure in terms of radius. So we proceed to the last one, which is the state is cone. So to find the value, we need to use the formula 1 over 3 and R square with height. So we'll get the diameter over there. So the total we get the volume uh 5,432.73 centimeter cubic. So the cone that have in diet relate to a cone three-dimensional shape that have a circle base and it narrow down to a sharp point called a vertex. One of the easiest real life example that could be in a birthday cap, for the example of the cone. With regard to the cone, we have type of area, one a total surface and the second is curved surface. So the total surface is defined area covered by its base and the curved part of the coin, whereas a curved surface are defined as the only curve and cone only. So that's all for me. We proceed to the next example. Thank you.
Okay, next is me, Nor Azmina. Today I'm going to present about relating the motifs and the patterns that exist on the object with the concept of transformation. Okay, my first shape is rectangle. Based on the picture, the rectangle is transformed rigidly trans, by transformation of reflection to each side. As we can see from the picture, the oak kind of color in the middle is the rectangle, and it is transformed by reflection, and a reflection means flipping a shape or a function about a specific point. The shape or function will have a different orientation after the reflection, but the size and shape will not change. The fact that the size of a shape or function remains constant after a reflection is why a reflection is considered to be a rigid transformation. By that being said, each rectangle that is reflected on a line continuously forms a pattern on the cone-shaped head. Okay, next is isosceles triangle. We can see there is isosceles triangle, which is the black thread that is on the head. As for this triangle, it is also a transformation of reflection. This is because the triangles are next to each other, and the line of symmetry is where the end of the isosceles triangle ends. Thus, the isosceles triangles are reflected and it creates a pattern where the whole row is covered by the isosceles triangles. And the third is right angle triangle. Right angle triangle is found at the bottom line of the head. Right angle triangle is a transformation of translation. This is because translation it moves a shape up, down, or from side to side, but it does not change its appearance in any other way. The distance between each right triangle is 9 loops in between for this head. And every 9 loops there is another right triangle. Thus it is translation. Okay, next is isosceles trapezoid. Isosceles trapezoid is the right part of the head. As we can see, the rectangle in between of the trapezoid is the line of symmetry, and it creates reflection. It is reflected by that line of symmetry, and a it does create a pattern in that head. And next is circle. There are two circles under a cherry kind of pattern, and the two circles are also reflected by a line in between of another two circles under a cherry pattern. Thus, this is a transformation of reflection. And the last one is cone. In the diagram, it shows that there is a small cone on top of the head in white color. Then there is a bigger cone, which is the head. The cones have the same vertex. Thus, the transformation is dilation of enlargement. The small cone enlarged to be a big cone and creates a head. And that's all from me.
Hi, my name is Lyra. So now I'm going to explain about part C, which is summary and conclusion. So for part C1, from part A, the traditional headgear of the Lundaya people has been selected by our group as the subject of this investigation. The Lundaya people are indigenous to Sabah and the islands of Borneo. Lundaya is also often associated as Orang Kelabit, Lun Bawang in Sarawak, or Orang Ulu Sabah. The craft of military or manufacturing hats has been viewed as a contribution to modern society's social fabric. Since the Middle Age, the demand for these hats has steadily among age groups of both sexes. The rong, or traditional hat of the Lundaya people, is constructed from bamboo that has been divided into narrow strips and plaited. The rong, which was seen as a woman accessory at the time, served the simple purpose of being worn to block the sun's heat while engaging in outdoor activities. So from part B, we know we can find 6 different types of geometrical shapes on the rong. The 6 geometrical shapes are rectangle, isosceles triangle, a right triangle, an isosceles trapezoid, a circle, and the rong itself, which is cone. And from part B2, the geometric shape present in the design of the rong have a relationship with the measurement and the concept of the geometry. The geometric patterns present on the rong include rectangle and other shapes such as circles, isosceles trapezoid, right triangle, and isosceles triangle. So from part B, the pattern on the rong can be analyzed for their symmetrical properties and can be transformed using various geometric operations such as rotation, reflection, and translation to create new designs. For part C2, in conclusion, the traditional hat of the Lundaya people, known as the rong, is an important cultural symbol that represents their heritage and identity. It is also an important part of their culture and has a unique geometric design. The hat is usually made of bamboo and is characterized by a conical shape and intricate woven and paint pattern. The geometric patterns on the hats are believed to have symbolic meaning and may represent aspects of Lundaya culture and belief. Hats are also an important part of traditional Lundaya clothing, especially for women. It is worn during ceremonies and special occasions. In short, the traditional hat of the Lundaya people, known as rong, is an important part of their culture and has a unique geometric design that has symbolic meaning and is worn during ceremonial events. That's all from our group. Thank you.